Hi, everybody. In the state of West Virginia versus Natalie Cochran, the jury has reached a verdict. Less than 2 hours of deliberation. I didn't even have a chance to recap the closing arguments for you. So what occurred? We're going to find out. Hi, everybody. The verdict just came in probably about 10 minutes ago at this point. 11, 12 minutes ago. I wanted to get this video right out to you so you know what's next. Natalie Cochran is already serving a 11-year, 3-month sentence for her Ponzi scheme that she didn't want her husband, Michael Cochran, to discover. So on February 6th of 2019, the day that they were supposed to fly to Bank of America in Virginia to have a meeting, Michael thought about where is their millions of dollars they were expecting to be deposited versus banks saying, no, they were here to set up private banking. Well, on February 6th, they didn't get to make that flight to Virginia because he collapsed on the kitchen floor. Now, then she has some contractors that worked for the family come over and lift him up and put him on the couch. She does not call EMS. She doesn't call 911. She calls her contractors. So they come over, put him on the couch where he proceeds to lay there for the next 8 or 9 hours while his blood sugar is plummeting and his brain is swelling and dying. Now, the jury could find first-degree murder. That's intentional murder, with intent and premeditation. Or they could find involuntary manslaughter, which would be the whole he sat on the couch. I would have said involuntary manslaughter. I don't think the state proved their case of first-degree murder. Very circumstantial, no direct evidence, and just really, really a very, very weak case. So let's see what the jury thought after 2 hours of deliberation.
All right. I'm advised that the jury has a verdict. All parties are.
Let me pause it just a second. Now, if you look behind Natalie in that first pew of the audience, that is Michael Cochran's parents on either side of Natalie's children. I'm not sure if that's her son. I know that's her daughter because she took the stand. We never did see what her son looked like. I saw someone yesterday who had blonde hair that I think was her son, but I could be wrong. In any case, they're sitting, with their grandparents waiting for this verdict.
Present, and the defendant is here. I'll expect no outbursts when I read the verdict one way or another, and I will direct the bailiffs to escort anyone out who violates this directive. Are there any matters that we need to discuss before we bring in the jury and receive the verdict?
Please stay, Your Honor. Thank you. No, Your Honor. Thank you.
Bring in the jury. Madam Foreperson, has the jury reached a verdict?
Yes, sir.
Would you hand that verdict to the bailiff who will transmit it to the court? Would the defendant please rise? In the case of State of West Virginia versus Natalie Cochran, case number 23-F-343K, the jury verdict is as follows. We, the jury on the issues, joined unanimously find the following. The defendant is guilty of murder in the first degree. The verdict form is signed by Holly Rich, foreperson of the jury. It is dated 1/29/2025. There are no marks on the portion of the verdict form pertaining to involuntary manslaughter. Does the state wish to examine the jury verdict form?
Very good, thank you.
Does the defense?
No, Your Honor, thank you.
You may be seated. Is there a request for the court to poll the jury?
Not from the state. No, Your Honor.
All right. The verdict is received by the court and directed to be recorded. I'll ask the state to prepare an appropriate order in the premises.
So interesting outcome. It certainly is not what I had expected at all. I just didn't think the state proved their case, but this is what happens when you have lay juries. I don't know that they understand. And anyway, whatever. They sat and they listened to the whole thing and they felt like she was guilty. So in any case, they have this interesting thing in West Virginia. The case is not over. Apparently, there will now be what the judge is calling a mini trial. And he's bringing the jury back tomorrow morning. He's already dismissed the alternate, so I hope nobody gets sick. So they have to come back tomorrow and listen to what they call a mercy phase. And I'm thinking, wait a minute, they're not seeking the death penalty. I don't think they have the death penalty in West Virginia. So what the mercy phase is both sides will prevent evidence of aggravation mitigation. I mean, there's so much aggravation here. I don't think she can overcome anything with, with mitigating circumstances. But the defense plans to have her children testify and maybe an expert. So if the jury comes back and says, yes, she deserves mercy, she will be eligible for parole in 15 years. If they say she does not deserve mercy, she'll have to serve her entire rest of her life in prison. So my question is, does this run concurrent with the federal sentence? Or like, is she going to go to federal prison, then state prison, or how does that work? I have no idea. If you have an answer, let me know in the comments. If you heard another podcaster that has an answer, I'd love to know what that is. And I didn't look it up because I wanted to get this out to you so you could see what the verdict is. But I will be recapping phase 2 for you. I expect it's not going to be lengthy. It'll probably be over and done with by tomorrow. I think they'll put on their witnesses very quickly, and then the jury will deliberate and we'll get a verdict probably tomorrow, I would think. What's tomorrow? Thursday? Friday at the latest. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. Give that thumbs up, a little click, right? It helps the algorithm. So it pushes out so more people can see this. And I want you to have a great day. I'll be live tonight at 7 p.m. Central for Craft With Me Wednesday. It's not a crime show, just crafting, straight up crafting. I've got a new craft I want to show you guys. And I'll see you then. Take care, everybody.